So don't want to mislead anyone, this truck does still have power. What's up folks, Ethan here at Hunt Ford, and I wanted to do a quick driving review on this F-150 PowerBoost. So this is a 2021 F-150 PowerBoost. It's an XLT 302A in rapid red, but what makes this truck different is it's got almost 13,000 miles. So what I wanted to do is a quick driving review and talk about how this truck has performed over the last 8 or 9 months. With this being a new engine, we wanted to kind of see what it is like as a daily driver. As you can see here, this one is being used. It's got some accessories on it. Got a 2 bike rack on the hitch, a little bed topper. So we'll talk some numbers, like what the gas mileage has been, what the gas range has been like, and just generally talk about how well this PowerBoost has done over these last few months. So this is the 3.5 liter PowerBoost. It is a 3.5 EcoBoost with a 37 kilowatt electric generator or motor to the left there. So this engine is capable of about 430 horsepower, 575 pound-feet of torque. This makes it the most powerful engine in the F-150 lineup, besides that high output 3.5 that the Raptor has. So it's got a few quirks that we'll talk about as we're driving, but let's talk about why we think it's probably the best engine in the entire F-150 lineup. So obviously with the PowerBoost, when you start it up, it's going to start in electric mode. It'll show you down here that you are in electric driving. You don't have any recognition on the RPMs. As you can see, we're at 12,928 miles. This has been daily driving, commuting to and from work. We have a full tank of gas just to show you about what the mileage or the full range would be on a full tank, and it's about 637 miles till empty. So that is going to depend on mostly your driving habits. As you can see, we are averaging 25 miles per gallon on this truck. This has been primarily used as a highway daily driver to and from, you know, home and work. This truck is also equipped with 4-wheel drive and the FX4 package, so there's a little bit of extra weight. So when Ford talks about that 702 max range on the PowerBoost, they're really talking about probably a base level PowerBoost with no 4-wheel drive and really no options, so that weight is going to bring your max mileage down. All things considered though, that 637 miles till empty is a really impressive mark for a full-size truck like this one. So we do have the column shifter here. We're going to put it in drive and we're off. So we are in all electric driving mode. And it will stay in electric driving mode significantly. There is a slight humming noise. Let's see if I can get it for you all. Turn down our fans all the way. Well, we turned on our engine all of a sudden. It is about 85 degrees here in Kentucky, so we do have the air conditioner on, and that is going to ask you to run the power a little bit for this truck. Just switched back to electric driving, and now that we're giving it a little bit more gas, it's requesting a little more power from the engine. We'll turn on our power flow over here on the 12-inch screen so that you can see why exactly it is switching to each mode. It does it pretty smoothly. It tries to wait until you get to a resting stop or as you are decelerating. It aims to make the driving experience as smooth as possible. This is mated to the 10-speed automatic transmission, which of course adds to the fuel economy. One thing that is really nice is watching your brake coach down here on the cluster behind the steering wheel. I've always found that when I drive a vehicle that is a hybrid, I tend to make a game of it almost, where my goal is to get all 100s across the board, try and stay in electric driving as long as physically possible, and try and really maximize those miles per gallon. Obviously, with a truck, you are going to request a little more power, but it does pay to be a little more conservative. As you can see here, my brake coach just told me I did 98. I mentioned earlier that this truck is, in its actual use, primarily used as a commute to and from work. This truck has primarily been driven on the interstate, which is usually where a F-150 will get its max gas mileage. But it's actually different for this PowerBoost. The PowerBoost is going to see its best benefit in town. So we will actually show you both. We'll go through a little bit of a trip through town to show you just how much you can actually maximize the driving range. We'll keep in mind what I mentioned earlier on the range so that we can see what we can end this driving trip as. The only flaw I can think of with this PowerBoost is probably actually a function of the transmission, in that it sometimes feels like it isn't sure which gear it needs to be in, and with that it doesn't quite know which mode it needs to switch to. Sometimes I feel like it tries to shift up a gear, and once you start decelerating, it can't decide if it should continue in that gear and go ahead and shift into electric driving or what. So there are sometimes moments where it isn't sure probably which system it needs to kick into, but that's about the biggest complaint that I would find, and I can only assume that as Ford continues this technology and improves upon this technology, that this PowerBoost is going to continue to be one of the best options in the entire engine lineup, and I look forward to seeing how much it grows over the next few years. So we are coming into our downtown area here in Franklin. We are currently in electric driving. I want you to pay attention once we stay under certain speeds and drive a little more conservatively. Pay attention to how long it stays in electric driving. So we've been in electric mode since I put my turn signal on back there. Again, you've got your screen over here. It's telling you when you're regeneratively braking your vehicle. There we go. This is what I mean by the gamification. It told me a 100% energy return from my braking. It might just be me, but I do feel like there are times where you seek that a little bit. So this area is a speed limit of 25 miles an hour. We're driving pretty conservatively. This electric motor that is on the PowerBoost is only 47 horsepower. So as you get up to speed to about 30 miles an hour, as you can see there, it will kick in. But this is the setting that the PowerBoost was really designed for, in my opinion. Historically, you would have to drive a lot of interstate to get the best gas mileage out of your truck, and it is still yet to be seen what major towing numbers. This truck hasn't been towing that much. There is a bit of a drop from the regular 3.5 liter, but for those who are not looking for the max tow numbers, this is a pretty good option. So we are continuing to drive. We're gonna make our way back to the dealership, and we're at 43 miles an hour, so just about speed limit on this road. We're behind a vehicle, so we're not, really in a hurry or anything, and we're in electric mode right now. We've been driving for about 10 or so minutes, and now we have just switched speed limits. But even still, while in town, we are just continuing to drive in electric mode. So you will really see the benefit of this vehicle if you commute a lot in town. We're gonna turn left onto one of my favorite roads to drive here in town. So, don't want to mislead anyone. This truck does still have power. It still drives really well. When you do want that ability to get down on it and actually drive it like a truck or drive it like a non-hybrid vehicle, you don't have to drive as conservatively. I mean, it is essentially a 3.5 EcoBoost with the 47 horsepower engine. So that 47 horsepower electric motor, actually drives most of the low speed in town, but other than that, I mean, this truck drives like a regular EcoBoost. So it is still going to be an F-150 that you will enjoy driving. You'll just get much better fuel economy numbers while you're doing it. As we're pulling back into the dealership, I did want to show you all the final numbers for this drive that we've done. We left the dealership at about 1 o'clock even, so we've been on the road for 22 or so minutes. And so once I get parked, we'll show you what the final numbers are on how well we did gas mileage wise. And I believe you'll be surprised on how little of our max range we actually used. So let's see. So 12 total miles, and we still had 635 miles till empty. So that's about it. We just wanted to give you a quick review of our thoughts of how this engine has handled itself over about the last 13,000 miles or 9 months or so. If you have a PowerBoost yourself, please let us know what you think. We'd like to know what those people who watch our videos, what they think of the F-150 with the PowerBoost and how it has worked well for them. As far as we have seen, all of our customers really enjoy this truck and have been very adamant that it is their favorite engine that they have ever had in an F-150. So let us know down in the comments what you think about the PowerBoost and whether or not you would be interested in driving a half-ton hybrid truck. As always, guys, we do appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so down below. Hit that notification bell so that as we post more videos in the future, you will see them when we post them. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. That's one of the best ways for you to tell us which videos you liked, and we will always make more of those kinds of videos in the future. That's about all I have for you guys. This is Ethan from Hunt Ford in Franklin, Kentucky. Thanks for watching, you all. Have a great day.